Thanks for watching TCM Imports, our weekly look at world cinema. I'm Alicia Malone, and tonight we have just one film on the docket, but it's a big one. From 1972, directed by the masterful Andrei Tarkovsky, it's Solaris. This came in the middle of Tarkovsky's directorial career, his 6th out of 11 films that included shorts and TV movies. His filmography may not have been extensive, but it sure was impressive. In addition to Solaris, Tarkovsky also gave us Stalker from 1979 and Andrei Rublev, the epic period drama about the medieval painter. That film eventually came out in 1966 and was Tarkovsky's film prior to this, meaning that there was a long break in between movies. Tarkovsky had a lot of trouble getting a film proposal accepted by the cinema administration in the former Soviet Union, and there's a theory that he ended up making a science fiction film because it seemed like a safer choice. Tarkovsky had also seen Stanley Kubrick's 2001: A Space Odyssey from 1968 and saw this as sort of a reply to Kubrick's classic, which he thought was phony, cold, and sterile. By the way, Stanley Kubrick apparently loved Solaris, which is based on the novel by Polish writer Stanislaw Lem. The story follows a psychologist sent to a space station on the planet Solaris to investigate the mysterious events that have been taking place. This is a quiet and restrained movie with only a few characters and not many special effects. Unlike 2001: A Space Odyssey, Tarkovsky wanted to focus on the daily life aboard the space station, which is far from the glamorous, clean look of Kubrick's imaginations. The film had a fairly small budget, which shrunk even more during production, and while Tarkovsky faced a lot of resistance to the final product, in the end, it screened at the 1972 Cannes Film Festival, winning 2 awards. Get ready for a trip. Directed by Andrei Tarkovsky from 1972, this is Solaris. I love how ambiguous the ending to Solaris is, but the ambiguity of the film was deemed to be a fault when director Andrei Tarkovsky showed the final cut to his studio of Mosfilm. He was instructed to make several changes, including making the film easier to understand, and that also happened for its release in the United States, though the changes here went a step further, with editing and dubbing done without Tarkovsky's involvement. Eventually, the original cut was released, and over the years, the critical appreciation for Solaris has grown. As the late Roger Ebert wrote, this is a thoughtful, deep, sensitive movie that uses the freedom of science fiction to examine human nature. And in 2002, the novel by Stanislaw Lem was remade into another film, also called Solaris, this time directed by Steven Soderbergh and starring George Clooney. And that wraps up our TCM Imports for this week. I'll be back next week with another great foreign language film pick. But in the meantime, TCM continues now with more classic movies, uncut and commercial free, as always. Bye.